folks, Mike Barber with Honeybees Unlimited. I have compiled a bunch of clips occurring over the last year or so, documenting my story with HBU, what we do on a day-to-day basis. I look forward to seeing what happens this next year. Well, we got most of them here. We're gonna stack all those up and get them ready to load up tomorrow. Gonna have a lot of ice, but the ground is in good condition. So what are you doing?
Well, we're configuring our last final pallet of the season. Tomorrow we load up the truck and send them off to California.
So what's wrong there? What are you doing over here? Here we are hauling another bundle of pallets to the bee yard to make more splits. Yesterday we made a bunch of hives that were in doubles into what's going to be a queen in the bottom because we shook them down. We put an excluder on. The queen is not in the second box anymore. So today we're going to go back and stick those second boxes onto these pallets and then add queen cells in. That's called splits. So here we are. We just mixed up some feed for the bees, running over. We have a semi-trash pump that is recirculating the feed and water, stirring it, taking it over to the yard to go feed these doubles. They were singles. We split them and now they have some slick and partially drawn foundation. So put a little feed on them, help them draw it out. Good results so far. Been a really good spring. Hello, Mike with Honeybees Unlimited, and we are installing queen cells today off of this rack. I've got the heater blowing hot air into here, a towel that's warm, and an insulated gesture box to keep these queen cells warm. You can see by the water on the windshield that it's a wet, cold day. So I'm gonna work fast and get the job done. That is a swarm coming in. Yeah, let's see. This is where they're building up a cluster. Hello, this is Mike with Honeybees Unlimited. I'm here with Uncle Marty. Say hi, Uncle Marty.
Got something on my nose.
Oh,
Uncle Mike.
Got a bee.
Is it a bee on my nose?
We had something interesting happen. We made some graphs last week, and we noticed that these are really light in color, and these are really dark in color. And we had some other starter hives, and they were all dark, but this one is really light in color, and we don't know why. So just thought we'd share that with you today. Tying up the vetch honey that came off of the Red River up by Munster, Texas, and we're playing a game of how many thousands of pounds of honey do you think we have? Hello, good morning folks. This is Mike with HBU, Honeybees Unlimited, and I'm standing at the downhill side of our nursery and did really good this year. Reared a bunch of queens and had a lot of success, so we're really pleased with that program. If you come down to this side, Martel is working the skid to load up some material that's coming out of our bee pond. By bee pond, it's a pond that's located real close to the nursery, and it is super beneficial in our environment, since we live in North Texas and we have droughts regularly and hot seasons over 100 degrees for the last month. It just broke, so the pond is very helpful so that they don't have to haul water very far and expend their energy. And you can see that we're just loading up a dump trailer, and we're going to take this over to our barn. Here's one of the places we've been hauling clay, sand from the pond. There's the road that goes up to the future office and education center, hopefully. And hopefully a covered concrete patio and the barn. All in the name of beekeeping. Here we are inside the warehouse, the barn, not sure what we're calling it. We are chewing up stacks of pallets and storing them for use in the springtime. These do not have clips on them, so we're leaving them out front so we can put these clips onto them, the W clips. And what we're working with here is we've got these, and you can see how they're not stacked real even, so we're truing them up with sledgehammer and a couple pry bars, and it looks like we just fit. So that frees up some more space for all the other stuff we need to store. Getting ready. Hello, here we are at HBU. We're repairing pallets today, trying to rehab them. We got Uncle Marty here working the nail bar. Got the skid set up for the trashy parts. Avant deck set up for work table. Got chop saw, table saw, variety of tools. So we've got some that we've repaired. Some of the little box runners, new W clips, new deck, new middle, treat it. A lot of rot happens here. We got piles of to be fixed, new ones to be painted, boxes with frames for next season. Winter's coming fast. Almonds, then spring splits. We got Uncle Marty here at the lunch table. We're having spicy habanero pickles and bubbly water, and we switched up the chicken instead of whatever it was last week. And the highlight of our dining pleasure today is birthday cake on old pallet table. Hello, this is Mike at Honeybees Unlimited. We've got Uncle Marty here. We were called out to get some bees, a swarm of bees, and turns out it's probably just some maroon bees at a truck stop where a load came through and they got marooned by no queen or anything. So we're gonna scoop them up anyhow.
Yeah.
Might have to pick those up.
Ooh, I smell the scent.
All right, we did what we can. Here we are putting clips onto pallets. It's raining outside, so good rainy day activity. Stacking them up. Somehow we can't count, so we got one extra on the stack. Back to the fun. Here we are with the massive swarm that we caught at the truck stop earlier today. It's a massive bee rescue area. We're saving at least 400 or 500 bees. But they were very excited for us to come get those bees, so we're excited. We're gonna add them to this little hive here.
Man, might not be able to give them that comb, Mike. Well, this thing has really come around. This is the one that did just about gone, and I added a frame of eggs. The queen didn't know what to do, and I guess she got her stuff together. No smoke.
Yeah, we'll see how long I last too without the suit.
Yeah, I would say it's not going to be pleasant. Yeah, it's going to be
All right.
a shake. See a queen.
Well, at least they're not marooned at the truck stop anymore. I think they went on your bee suit.
Yeah, I don't want to get all the water in there.
No. All right, good deal. We did our part. So another day, HBU. It's raining outside. Uncle Marty's up on the ladder, painting the bee pallets bright yellow. We got a stack of them. We got another stack. Got another stack that we prepared to get going. These won't make it to California. And so, yet another day at HBU. Hey, Mike here. We're at the pond at headquarters at Honeybees Unlimited. And you can see it's been kind of low. We got 5 inches of rain last night. So it's coming back up. And we are going to release 100 bluegill, copper-nosed bluegill, and 5 pounds of bait fish for them to eat and have a spawning population for some fun for the years to come, hopefully. All right, so these are the bait fish that we're gonna release. They've been sitting in the water to acclimate the temperature. And these are the copper-nosed little perch, sunfish, brim. And you may wonder what this has to do with beekeeping. Well, we have a lot of bees, if you can show over there. I have a lot of bees up on this ridge. Coming soon to go back out to California. And bees got to drink some water, and beekeepers got to have some fun. So that's why we're here today. So here we are hanging out with Uncle Marty today. We're laying out pallets to put the pallets of bees on when they come back in from the yards. And we're gonna do 4 or 5 rows to be determined, running this way, running out to the south. Rows of 26 pallets on these 2 ends, a place to load the 18-wheeler, and we'll keep you posted. So we got something down here. It's Uncle Marty, he's lining up with the stake. That looks good. So we're just lining up pallets still. They're all gonna be full of hives come 2 months. A little bit more. Scientific stuff here. Hot lunch. Got Uncle Marty. He's gonna go ahead and smash the sandwiches down and get it going. We're very excited. And we're at the tail end of our first hot meal up here now that it's getting cold out. Good morning, here's Uncle Marty. He's making a diesel paper bomb to get brush fire going. we cleared some space to put our encampment up here on this hill so we can have an on-site location to work from when we're working the bees, and especially in the busy times of year. And Uncle Marty lives far from here, so he's going to be living up here, and maybe a couple others of us. There's the main building up there, one of the trucks, our trusty skid steer, and big pile. We got a forced air, got some wet wood, finally got some rain here, significant amounts of rain, and so it takes a little doing to get it going.
Got Mike Barber breathing fire over here. Wet conditions, we have to use a blower to get it going. Got a lot of rain. Woo! Great job, Mike. I think that one may just go.
It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon after time change. We're still laying out pallets, got the string line going, consolidated the bees up the hill, got Uncle Marty on the Avant bringing more pallets, and by the end of it all we'll have this whole field covered in pallets and then covered in bees to merge to go to California. We have another Beekeeper's equipment up here. He's coming this weekend from Minnesota to grab it. We got some pallets that have served out their life for us. Got some good progress today on the field. A couple more rows to lay out. Sun is going down. 86 degrees today in Texas on November the 8th. And tomorrow is going to be a rain day. Well, the day is not quite ended. We just got word that we're going to take one of our trucks to Minnesota tomorrow. We, meaning my brother Gary, is going to be going with another beekeeper, Russell, to go get his bees. So we're going to hook up the skid to the front of this trailer, lift it up, and set it on the truck. Easy peasy. Martell's bringing down some load boards from upstairs. They're going to go to Minnesota tomorrow too to bring back Russell's bees. Kind of a surprise trip, but we always like to help other beekeepers out, and we get a lot of help from other beekeepers. It's a good family. So here we are lifting the trailer up to put on to the back of the truck, skid steer. Martell's driving. Got a camera in the back, so maybe I can sit tight. And get this thing on. We got the trailer on, no problem. Got the load boards going on. Uncle Marty's having a great time working late tonight. Uncle Marty, say hello to your fans.
Oh, YouTube. Time to go home.
I guess I better put this camera down and help.
Like it's late, but it's really not. It's what, 5 o'clock, 5:30?
5:30. Daylight savings time just happened,
Still
so
not adjusted to the daylight savings.
out of whack.
Out of whack. No,
Feels like 7 o'clock. So it's always really exciting here at HBU because we didn't know what we were going to do on Monday, but this trailer traveled to Minnesota. It didn't know it was going until last week, and then it traveled over to another bee yard to haul a bunch of equipment, and it was noticed that some noises were being made, so we now have something to do on Monday. Tell me what you got going on here.
Oh, one of the bearings had pushed off the back, the seal. The castle nut wasn't quite tight enough, so there's a little slop in the wheel assembly.
At CNS trailer, got a bunch of new bearings and other stuff. CNS trailer, Gainesville, Texas, has everything trailer. So we got Uncle Marty here. He's not making music. He's actually trying to beat some bearings out. Here we are cleaning up these rotors. Getting all the grease out. Ready to put new bearings back in. Got the old parts and the new parts going on now. Here's a little tilt equipment trailer we had a friend build to haul the bobcat around, skid steer, and it works good for hauling it around, but it's not great for what we want to do. So we're gonna fix a little thing real quick and haul it over to the trailer yard, let them earn a little commission on trying to sell it for us. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you just break even. We'll see how it works out. So we got a little latch hook that's straightened out on this trailer. There's a side, matches up. So Martell's putting a little patch on it so we can haul it away. Another thing going on today, we got 3 loads of rock, one on the other side. It gets pretty slick when it rains, of course. This is a new facility, so we're just gonna claim a little bit more where we can get some traction with the tires. There's our new road coming in. This is the ramp coming in from the southeast side. We're about to rock it over, and we've got some drainage coming off this hill, so we're working on that, removing some material out of this hump here. This is going to be covered patio, but it's a little higher on this side, so pulling that down, trying to get this water to move around this edge here down. Got a little holding pond down to the left, can't see. So yeah, get a little of this done, do a little bit of beekeeping later. That will be nice. So we've got somebody that wants some nucs, and we happen to have some nucs, so we're going through looking, seeing, make sure they have some good brood, good amount of bees. There's some brood over here. It's November 10th or something like that, maybe 12th, I don't know. So it's kind of late season, but somebody's in need, and this is the business we're in. So yeah, we're pretty pleased. These are from queen cells that we raised, queens that we reared. This is our last batch of the year, sometime in mid-June. So all things considered, pretty nice.
Wow.
And if there's no sign of queen in this one, I would be surprised. As long as it's been since it was picked. This queen was picked 8/25. I think we looked into it and decided it made another queen.
They sucked that syrup down, didn't they?
Oh, they're packed, aren't they?
Don't see the queen yet, though. Yeah, I think I do remember this one seeing the queen. Yeah, she's right there.
Point her out, right here.
Little shorty. Little short girl. Little premature. Preemie. Golly, they pack.
Wrapping up down at the nursery. Just checking through these. Some feed was put on some of these that were lacking. It's pretty empty right now. This was filled up this spring and summer. Lots of 2-framers. Queen mating boxes. Really pleased. This is our first year to graft queens. I am personally very pleased with the results. Looking forward to ramping it up for next year. Big plus for us not to have to buy queens anymore and to make our own. We have a mating yard 2 miles to the northeast from here. Big concentration of hives. And there's our feed truck. And there's Uncle Marty. Hey, Uncle Marty.
Hey, what out in?
Just pumping a little syrup in. It's a big operation for a little bitty project. And we gotta check these tops. They get clogged up with propolis, other gunk. So you can see that half this is clogged up, so we're gonna poke it back clean. We just pulled some dead outs out of the field and got some wax moss. Laying worker over here. Got some wax moss, some larvae. So we're gonna stick them into the freezer at least 24 hours and get a good kill on them. And some of them are beyond hope, so we'll have to pop out the foundation and start over again with fresh. Good morning, Mike here again at HBU, telling my story. Today, we're gonna put some gravel in some of the low spots on our road going into the barn. You guys are starting to get an idea of the layout. To the right here is where we're gonna have the campsite. Back behind is the main building. Over in front of us down this roadway, there's the old pond where we put the stock that we just fished just the other day. And we burned the piles here. Y'all saw that recently. So we're gonna fill in some holes, make it drivable for when the rains come. They always come. Not going with them. Doing mite checks today. Made a solution up. So we put some bees in here, shake them around, see what our mite load is. Uncle Marty, what do you think about mite checks?
Don't do enough of them.
Sage advice. So we collected a cup full of bees. We're shaking them for 60 seconds, get a good kill, and we'll see what the results are. So here's the result of our mite wash. You can see them down in there. What'd you count, 18?
Yep.
So pretty high mite load. We're gonna go ahead and treat. Circling back around to the frames that we stuck in with some wax moss. So good die off. Got some more frames to cycle through. Some are free of any sign of wax moss. Some have some wax moss sign. And got back in from treating today. So yeah, just keep it going. More of the same, get ready for next year. Well, this should be the final video segment for my vlog to kind of catch you up on a little bit of background, what we do day in, day out, the seasonal shift. As you can tell, there's a lot of different things that we have to do, we get to do, we enjoy doing. Sometimes we don't enjoy doing, but it's all part of it. You know, most importantly, at the end of the day, for me, I'm enjoying where I get to work, which is nice. I get to be at 100 different locations, driving around, looking at flowers, looking at bees. And I hope that some of you enjoy me sharing my story. I look forward to a lot more to come.